I was born in New York. By a very early age, ended up in a position of being homeless in the street. That began a journey in my life of brokenness, my identity already being crushed by rejection, abandonment, failure, the brokenness of a home, the absence of a father or a mother that would be able to function right. By 12 years old, I was already beginning to shoot heroin. It was years of my life of going deeper into gangs and crime in the street, and all those things keep implementing more into the brokenness that was keeping me a prisoner. I remember I questioned God in a moment in my life. I said, God, if you're really up there, life have proved to me the contrary of that, because my life has been all brokenness and I still don't see any hope that my life can have a way out. And I think that began like a statement in anger that in reality was a prayer, and I cried out from my soul. People begin to approach my life knowing I was doing good. People begin to approach my life when I was using in the street, when I was without getting a shower, when I was doing crimes. People came to give me an unconditional love when I deserved the most hate and rejection. Many more of the moments in my life, like the wife that I have today, how she came into my life. She came in my life when everybody wanted to reject me because of the condition that I was going through in that moment. But she was loving me because she wasn't seeing my behavior, she was seeing the potential that was inside of me. So now I understood that I wasn't alive to take from people, but that I was alive to be the object of giving. I discovered that what I was always seeking in life, I found it when I begin to give it away. And this is what net of compassion is about. It's a net of fishing these people. Take them out, like rescue them with a net from their brokenness and put them to discover who they really are and what they were created for. Today, by the grace of God, now in November, we're gonna be 6 years. It began with a little table. Now it's 8 tents in there, like 20 tables. I even lost the count of them. There's a truck, a van, and hundreds of people, volunteers that through the year, they have come together. We have put a net together, putting all the threads together to form a net to accomplish one purpose. And it's to love these people unconditionally until their self-value is restored in them.
A little bit about myself. I'm a person who used to be a gangbanger, sold drugs, abused drugs in and out of prisons my entire life. Richie was on Main Street preaching the word or the gospel. It's funny because I used to be mad because they used to blow my high with all that singing and gospel, and I used to be very, very angry because it scared a lot of the business away. I ended up going to prison, and who do I see in prison? The last person I ever expect to see in prison, Richie Gonzalez. And what shocked me even more was he had a glow about him in prison. You're not supposed to have while you're in prison. You're not supposed to be that happy. You're not supposed to be still praising God after, this God put you in prison after all this hard work you did. And he said, Michael, it wasn't God that put me in here. It was my past actions that caught up to me. I was driving without a license. But what he said was, God hasn't stopped loving me. He hasn't stopped loving my ministry, and he hasn't stopped loving you. And that stuck with me. And right then and there, when I was in that jail, having that talk with Richie, I decided that I no longer wanted to go back and live that lifestyle that I lived. I wanted to try to be a man of God. Their compassion to me has allowed me to take that love. Now I'm able to spread that seeds to other people. So it just don't stop with me. It's grown every time somebody comes through my door. I love them the same way I was loved.
The brokenness and the epidemic, I can say, of addiction and homelessness is more than what you may be aware of. There is so much potential in every person that you see in homelessness. There is so much potential in every person that you see bound in addiction. And it is with love and faith that we're going to release that out of them.